us Nintendo fans just spent the whole month of January kind of expecting a Nintendo Direct would happen one of those weeks, and we never got one. Now we've just gone through the first week in February and still no Nintendo Direct. So yeah, we're all highly anticipating when we're going to be getting one, and we finally have some news, some leak information that may point to exactly when we might be getting that. This has been the longest break. I think the last pure Nintendo Direct was in early September, and if you don't count the Smash Direct in early November, this is the longest gap between Nintendo Directs. Even with when Iwata passed away, this is even longer than that. So yeah, we've taken a huge break here from getting any Nintendo news. Obviously, everybody really wants to know what Nintendo has in store for us in 2019, and like I said, we finally have some information that points to when we might be getting a Nintendo Direct, and luckily it's pretty soon here. So King Zell over on Reset Era posted this quote. It just says, 13 is your lucky number, ... and am out. So obviously that's really vague, but it has the number 13 there, so everybody's thinking that we may be getting a Nintendo Direct on February 13th, or maybe it'll get announced on February 13th and happen on the 14th, something like that, a Valentine's Day Direct, who knows. So who is King Zell? King Zell has a phenomenal track record. I'll post a link in the description just about a bunch of the things that he's called before, but he has alluded to when The World Ends With You was coming to Switch, Animal Crossing he was talking about before our September Direct, where we got the Animal Crossing for Switch announced. He had information on Pokemon Let's Go. More recently, he got the Indie Direct that was happening last month. So yeah, I mean, this guy has a really, really good track record. Now, obviously, that quote is pretty vague, but King Zell did post this. He said, there are a bunch of announcements coming this year, but am not sure when. And then it says, in the spoiler, including Pikmin 3, Maker 2, Box Boy, and of course the 2D Zelda and Pokemon. MPT probably will be at the Direct. Okay, so he mentions Pikmin 3 there, so is that a port of Pikmin 3 for the Switch, or did he accidentally write Pikmin 3 and mean Pikmin 4? Considering how many ports are on the Switch, I'm going to say it's probably a port of Pikmin 3. Maker 2 is most likely referring to Mario Maker, which I'd love to get on the Switch, so a sequel to Mario Maker would be amazing. Hopefully they'll add slopes. That was like the one thing everybody seemed to want. Then we got Box Boy and a 2D Zelda and Pokemon. Obviously we know we're going to get a Pokemon this year, but we have no word about it. It's supposed to be a mainline Pokemon game. And then a 2D Zelda. I've heard a little bit of rumors about like a Link Between Worlds style Link's Awakening. As a huge fan of Link's Awakening, that would be amazing. But that was all just a rumor. It seems like a kind of obvious thing they might do, but personally I'd love if they did that. And then MPT is standing for Metroid Prime Trilogy, I'm pretty sure. So most likely Metroid Prime Trilogy will be announced, which makes sense. We got you know, Metroid Prime 4 in the works. Makes sense if they move Metroid Prime Trilogy to the Switch, so people who haven't been caught up with the series can get caught up. So King Zell seems to be alluding to a Nintendo Direct next week, probably on the 13th or announced on the 13th, and those games seem to be the games that King Zell knows are coming out this year, so most likely at least some of them would be highlighted in that Direct. Polar Panda messaged me over on my Discord, and if you guys want to keep really up to date with leaks and stuff like that, I suggest joining my Discord. The guys over there are always really good about keeping everybody up to date, knowing what's going on. But Polar Panda messaged me. I'm just going to read what she wrote to me here. So Polar Panda wrote, I'll post a rundown for who missed everything today, also for Papagenos. Hey, that's me. Last night I got told from my NOA contact that Direct may be next week. Okay, so that fits with what King Zell was saying. This morning, King Zell posts saying Direct is 13th. He also lists 2019 games such as, including Pikmin 3, Maker 2, Box Boy, and of course the 2D Zelda and Pokemon. MPT probably will be at the Direct. And finally, Zenother DM'd me, direct messaged me, saying Erdrick is soon. Okay, so Polar Panda is backing up what King Zell is saying, that their NOA contact has told them that a Direct is likely next week, and then we have Zenother saying that Erdrick will probably be announced soon. So, you know, if they're going to announce a new character for Smash, one of the other DLC characters, most likely I'd say they'll do it at a Direct. So it very well might be this Direct next week. So if we are getting Erdrick, yeah, it might be happening next week. That would be really exciting. And, you know, those games, and possibly more. Most likely a Nintendo Direct, especially one that's waited this long to come out, would probably have quite a lot of stuff to talk about on there. So yeah, really excited. Hopefully we get something next week, guys. So we also had a bit more information on what games may be talked about in this Direct, and specifically some release dates we may be getting. A UK retailer posted up 3 Nintendo Switch games with release dates attached to the games, and those release dates haven't been announced yet. So the first one is Daemon X Machina, or Demon X Machina. I never know how to pronounce things when they have the AE, like either, whatever. And that game's supposedly coming out the 24th of May. And then we have Luigi's Mansion, which is supposedly coming out the 19th of July, which is a little strange. You'd think Luigi's Mansion might come out in October because it's like kind of a spooky game, but hey, you know, sometimes they do this stuff. You know, things don't always have to line up with holidays or Halloween or whatever. I'm a big Halloween guy, so I like when things do. But yeah, we might be getting Luigi's Mansion over the summer, which would make sense. They need a big game over the summer, and that would be a pretty big one. And then we have Animal Crossing on September 13th. So Animal Crossing had their the Direct, the last Nintendo Direct actually, that announced Animal Crossing at the end, was on September 13th. So that would be exactly a year later when we get Animal Crossing, which would be a great you know, fall, beginning of the holiday season game to get announced then. So yeah, those might be the actual release dates that we'll get for these games. Okay guys, so that's everything I got regarding a Nintendo Direct happening as early as next week, most likely on the 13th. King Zell has a really good track record, so yeah, I'm thinking this one's probably going to happen. But what do you guys think? Do you think we're going to get a Nintendo Direct next week? Do you think it's going to be on the 13th? Do you think the games that King Zell was talking about and the games, the release dates that the UK retailer was saying are going to be highlighted in that Direct? Do you think we're going to get Erdrick shown off in that Direct? Or I mean, we still need to see Joker's gameplay. Supposedly he's the first fighter, so you know, I don't know if they'd release the next one, you know, this soon, but who knows? Yeah, I'm excited though. Hopefully we're getting some long overdue Nintendo Direct information, Nintendo game information for this year next week. So yeah, let me know in the comments below what you think about all that. So once again, thank you guys for all the subscribes, all the likes. It really helps out the channel. So if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and do so, or like the video, or leave a comment, whatever you want. Until next time, have a good one.